Today, we are going to talk about the BP 401k, commonly known as the ESP. And there's something a lot of people aren't aware of. You can do Mega Backdoor Roth contributions through your ESP. This allows you to put extra funds into Roth to grow tax-free. And let's talk a little bit more about why this is important and how it can help you. As you know, for 2023, 401k federal income limits are $66,000 for those under age 50. BP's contributions to the 401k are a whopping 7%, but they do max out at $23,100 a year. Now, employee contributions for those under 50 cap out at $22,500 for 2023. So if we're looking at after tax to see how much can be contributed for this year, we actually have to back into that number. So if we start at 66,000 as the total, we have the BP max contribution at that 23 and your contribution at 22.5. Theoretically, that gives you the ability to contribute $20,400 into that after-tax bucket. Now, while we're introducing this concept, I do want to point out that pre-tax contributions are still number one priority. So once we've maxed those out, then we can start looking at contributing to that after-tax bucket and looking at that Mega Backdoor Roth strategy. The reason why we like to do pre-tax first is because you get an income tax deduction on your tax return, which is really helpful for those high income years while you're still working. Now, when we introduce this concept to a lot of our clients or people who are looking to work with us, they say, wait, I'm a high income individual. There's no way I can still contribute to Roth. I'm way past that income threshold. That's not technically correct. So the Mega Backdoor Roth is a really great way for high income individuals to indirectly contribute to Roth, get those dollars growing tax-free, and at the same time augmenting their retirement portfolio. One of the ways that we do this is after you've contributed that $20,000 to the after-tax bucket, on a regular basis, we'll have to call Fidelity, roll those funds out to an outside Roth IRA. And in doing that, those funds start growing tax-free. Whereas if they're kept in the ESP, they grow on a tax-deferred basis, meaning any growth on those funds will eventually be taxable. So it's significantly more tax efficient to be on top of this strategy and roll those funds out regularly. So now that we understand the concept, how do we put this strategy into action? First, we'll log on to the Fidelity website. You'll probably recognize this screen on Fidelity Net Benefits. You'll go to Contributions, Change Contributions. You're already maxing out pre-tax. Fantastic. That's goal number one. Now we have to back into, again, after-tax percentage of your compensation. So once you figure that out, and that's something that you can do yourself, or if you're working with somebody like ourselves, we do that calculation for you and help you adjust it through the year if necessary. Once you're maxing that out, you can save and close out. However, one of the things that I want you to make sure that you're careful of is you need to make those contributions over the span of the year on a pretty even basis, because if you accidentally over-contribute to the 401k, you'll be pushing out BP employer contributions to a non-qualified plan, which is not quite as tax efficient. So this is not a set it and forget it, just roll it over year. This needs to be assessed on an annual basis. Otherwise, you're not getting the full tax advantage. Now, a lot of people we talk to might say, okay, I'm contributing pre-tax to my 401k. What about a taxable or a brokerage account? Isn't that better than contributing to Roth? First of all, yes, it's important to have a taxable account. However, if we're looking at tax implications of each type of account, the Roth comes out on top. If we're looking at the taxable account, as you can see, interest, dividends, and capital gains are all taxed when you incur them. Now, as you can see, a Roth is kind of exactly the opposite. Everything is tax-free. The Roth grows tax-free, is distributed tax-free. It's also a great legacy account, which means your kids or your heirs can also make distributions tax-free. So you can see why this comes out on top tax planning-wise when we're looking at why Mega Backdoor Roth contributions are important, especially for those high-income individuals. If you like what you heard today, please use the link below to sign up for our BP Savings webinar. Additionally, you can check our website for blog articles and other webinars and sign up for our email list for the latest information. We also regularly disseminate information via Facebook and LinkedIn, so please make sure to follow us. Thank you for joining today. Please reach out if you have any questions or if you would like to meet with an advisor.